Alright, quick update for the weekend. I cut out my patch panel and fitted it up to the fender. It fits really well. If you remember, I don't have the other section out here, son of a bitch. Well, here's what I cut up. You can see it on the edge, like back there. It sticks up rather than folds over. So that's kind of like your, your bead or whatever, your seat that goes around the other side. So I started trying to fit this up to the car with the fender on the car, and it wasn't allowing it to sit on the car because of that. So I cut some relief cuts and then started bending that over, just for a temporary, fitting against the car. And like I said, it fits really well. And then when I left this sticking up a little bit, like these more so than that one, for my structure piece here, which, if you remember, I cut out from here. This is just a really rough cut. It doesn't fit very well at all right now, but I'm just gonna, obviously fit that up and weld it in. Probably trim some more off the bottom there where I have my kind of crude line there. This doesn't have to be perfect. This is, like I said, just a structure piece for underneath, just to kind of give it a little extra, and that's all it's going to be for. So I'm just going to have this underneath there, weld it to this brace piece here, and then just have it sticking down for when I put this patch on there. I'll weld that to this patch here. So there you go. I might have to try and get the MIG welder on that part. The plan is still to hammer weld or gas weld this patch panel in and everything on the car, because I can use the MIG welder now, but I think it's more, adds more character to the build. It's kind of the, I don't know, kind of the theme I wanted to go with, I guess you would say, for the build on the car. One of my, I guess one of the guys that I kind of want to model myself after is Gene Winfield. And Gene Winfield, I've seen, lots of videos of him hammer welding, gas welding, and teaching guys how to do it, things like that. So I like the old school stuff, so there you go. I'm going to try that. Not much left on the car, or not much else on the car, I should say, other than, well, I showed you the door panels. Those are still the same as they were. I took the door panel out, didn't do the driver's side. I just wanted to get an idea of how to do it on this side for when I do the other side. And then I'll get the back here. If I can, I'll leave the glass in and just roll it down and tape, but I'm going to take this trim off. So whatever I have to do to get this trim out, if it requires me taking, I'm sure it requires me taking this out. So if I take this out and then I have to take this out and take this out, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to tape around the trim. I want every single window looking like this that you can't see because there's no light. So there you go. So that's it. Garage is a big mess. It's cold. There's a lot of heat coming out of that. And yeah, there you go. So I got the patch made. I got the brace, back bracing part made. My tips did come in. I have to get the gas, the oxygen acetylene torch over here. So there you go. There's a few things going on this weekend, or this past weekend, and I got out here when I could, and I'm out here now. So pretty much just waiting on getting that torch over here so I can get started on practicing these welds. And I want to get these fenders done and over with so I can just move on. So, but like I said, we're not going to sacrifice quality by rushing it. I took my time. I really did take my time on this, and I for my skill level, I think it turned out pretty good. And this, for reference, this edge here is the edge that goes against the door. So you imagine the door gap here, you know, however wide that is, and this is the edge that'll go against the door, and there you go. As far as paint goes, I did send Andrea an email about some questions about matrix paint. I'm also looking into some prices on House of Color, which aren't cheap, but they're not as bad as I thought they would be. There's a candy base paint, which is different than a candy. I don't know. I know that the candy base isn't as see-through as a regular candy. From what I read, some people say that you still have to put it on a silver base. Some people say no, you don't. So I don't know. I might just, I'm concerned about candy, spraying candy my first time ever spraying at all. I don't want any tiger striping or anything like that. So I'm also floating around the idea of going with the celestial blue that I had picked out for the Beetle. And also, well, some of these House of Color candies, there's really cool lime green that would look badass on this. Some really cool blues. So I don't know. I'm back and forth. I might even get crazy and do a purple. Who knows? So we'll find out more than that on that later. You know, that's really far down the road. So, but that's it, guys. I just want to do the update, like I said, and we'll get back on this again. Next time you see me, I'll probably be doing some gas welding. So you guys take it easy.